Hello again and welcome to Chris's Caribbean Delights. And I hope everybody's preparing for the holidays, decorating and having fun. And uh, I was talking to a friend today and he loves um, deviled eggs. So, and she makes them pretty often. So he wanted to surprise her. He wanted to make devil eggs for her. For maybe a special occasion or just to surprise her or whatever. So I said, why don't you get her recipe? She wouldn't impart. She's going to be suspicious if he asks her for the recipe. So he decided to talk to me and ask me if I can just give him a recipe that I have used before that came out pretty good. So I said, I'll do you one better. I'll make a video and I'll put it on there and you'll see exactly how to do it. Just follow the recipe, follow the video, and you'll be perfect. So right now, we're going to do a short video on deviled eggs. So first of all, we need to get some eggs. And I have 6 eggs here. This is going to give you like 12 pieces of deviled eggs. The eggs in the pot without the water. Place the eggs in the pot with no water in it. Okay? Then we'll add some water. Add some tap water. Cold tap water. Cold tap water, and you just want it to be maybe about an inch above the eggs. That's perfect. Just about an inch above the eggs, or a little, about a half an inch above the eggs, so that they can move around and do their thing once it gets hot. Then you crank this up to the high heat, and you just let it sit there until wrong burner, sorry. Let it sit until it comes to a roaring boil. Once it starts to come to that roaring boil, then we'll just cover it and shut it down, take it off the heat, and let it sit for another 15 minutes. So when this comes to a roaring boil, I'll be back and we'll go from there. So here we are. It's coming to it's at a roaring boil now, and it has been like that for maybe about 30 seconds to a minute. That's all I need. I'm going to shut the fire off, and we're going to grab the cover for this pot. We're going to grab the cover, and we're going to cover it down. Just cover it, take it off the heat, and we let it sit there for about 15 minutes. Once that's done, I'll be back and we'll start peeling and getting into our deviled eggs. So, once they've boiled and they've cooled and you can handle them, you carefully peel. Carefully get the shell off, and you just tap it. Crack the shell. And place it. And place it on a plate. So I'll just finish the rest. And I'll be back, show you how to slice them. So once we have our eggs peeled and everything, we'll slice them lengthwise. That's lengthwise. Just one slice down the middle, like that. Just slice them lengthwise. Slice in half lengthwise. Wonderful. So we have our halves there now. Now we're gonna just take the yolk out, because that's what we're gonna use for our filling. Yeah, and we'll scoop our yolks out. Comes out pretty easy, so it's not an issue there. Sometimes you may get an issue, but it's all correctable. Falls right out. Falls right out. Falls right out. So these are whites, which we're going to restuff with the filling. So we start working with our yolks. You first will get a fork and crush the yolks and let them get really crumbly and fluffy. Crush them, or you can put it in a food processor, depending on how much you're making. If you're just making, I'm just making 8, and I'll just do it by hand. In here, you just make it nice and fluffy, and to that we'll add like a like a 2 teaspoons, a teaspoon or a tablespoon, that might be a tablespoon of butter, or might be a little less. But the butter is a secret ingredient that keeps it together. So once you put it in the refrigerator, the butter is going to hold everything together. Now, we need 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard, or mustard of your choice. Okay, 1 tablespoon of yellow mustard. There's 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard. We'll use 1 teaspoon, a heaping teaspoon of mayonnaise. Heaping teaspoon of mayonnaise, and then we'll see what consistency we have. Some dried oregano, just to give it a little pop there. A little bit of hot sauce. Give it a kick. Give it that kick. Yeah, I like stuff spicy, so hot sauce to taste. Your taste. And we'll throw a little bit of paprika in there. I'm going to come back and dress it with some more paprika later. So we just mix this all together. Until it gets kind of smooth. I'll just beat it until it gets kind of smooth. That seems to be doing it. Taste. Needs a little bit of salt, maybe. Not maybe, it needs a little bit. Just needs a little bit of salt. Just a little pinch of salt. And you can add anything else in here that you want. That, depending on what you add, you might just have to spoon it in. But I'm looking to pipe it in with a piping bag, so I'm not going to put too much. You can put relish in there. You can put some relish in there. Put some carrots in there. All sorts of stuff. Okay, so in order to get some control, I took a piping bag, and I would usually place it over a glass. I have a 825 icing shell in there, icing tube in there, and I'll just put it in here, turn the bag over the glass, so it's easy to fill. So we'll just get everything in here now. We just get it all in here. So we're going to start piping. Proceed. Once you finish filling the bag and the piping bag, you have it all set, you're going to carefully pipe into the egg, into the whites. Just like this. And the icing tube gives it a nice, gives it a lovely design, so that it's attractive. And you can top them off a little higher. Once you know you have enough. And top them off. Make them some little mountains. So everybody gets a good amount of filling for this bite. It's a wonderful bite. A satisfying bite. Cool. Add some a little bit of paprika on here. We're going to just come back and dress that with some paprika. So we just get a little paprika and we'll just give it just that little punch of color. You can use either sweet paprika or smoky or smoked paprika. Smoked paprika give it a nice little smoky fragrance. And bam, a little green to make it pop. Just to make it pop a little here. Little fresh parsley. There you go. You have it. Deviled eggs. It's a simple deviled egg recipe. So once again, guys, like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching Bon Appetit, a simple deviled egg recipe for the holidays. We love to snack on little healthy things for the holidays. This is a healthy option. Apart from the sweets and the pies and everything else, we have some deviled eggs. Thank you for watching. Bon appetit.